Thank you so much for joining the call, for willing to share your story with HelpCrunch. And soon enough, on the 10th of December, it will be 1 year since Maidily joined HelpCrunch. And I think, yeah, it's a great occasion to have this conversation. Cool. And let's start with an introduction. Tell me a little bit about your company and what does it do?
So Maidily is a scheduling software company that services the cleaning industry. So it's specifically for cleaning businesses / maid services. And it primarily revolves around the scheduling component of those types of businesses. So basically allows business owners to track, schedule, organize appointments, track customers, track jobs, assign jobs out, just manage their business essentially from our platform. Just because it's specific, right? Just like there's software for, dentist offices, software for contracts, legal offices, legal firms, there's software for cleaning businesses as well. That's just a little specific to the industry. It's not, it's not a better scheduling solution than like Google Calendar, for example. Well, Google Calendar specializes in being a calendar. It doesn't specialize in offering a bunch of other functions that cleaning businesses need. And so that's what we do. We just offer a scheduling function plus everything else, a normal business owner would probably need to run and grow their business.
Sounds like a lot and a useful thing. And how many monthly users do you have?
So right over 300. So we're pretty new at this point. We launched in, we were supposed to launch last year, okay, in February or March, right around March, I believe. But as we all know, something bad happened last year and the whole world shut down. So our industry was impacted pretty significantly because it's a hands-on, like come in your house and clean type of thing. So our customers, it was terrible. So we launched, nothing happened, obviously. We just kind of stood there and we're trying to think of, what we need to do, whether we should continue doing this or kind of shut down. We continued focusing on improving the product while we had a bunch of downtime. There was still like interest here and there, but it just wasn't like this year, for example. And then towards the end of the year, as things started opening up, we actually finished a big kind of revamp anyway. And so basically been in business less than a year, but coming up right on a year. And yeah, fairly new.
Okay, but did you use any similar solutions similar to HelpCrunch before?
Oh, yes, I did. I used HubSpot. I initially started us on HubSpot, and we moved to HelpCrunch, I guess, about a year ago. So that was part of like a transition, like some of the things that were lingering that I didn't like, that would have on a normal day-to-day basis been pushed off as not important because there's other issues that would have been important. Since we didn't have customers or a really growing business, I decided to fix one of those things, and that was moving off of HubSpot and then eventually moving into what is now HelpCrunch. I think I probably explored like one or two other solutions. I don't remember anymore, but yeah, I remember now. I remember migrating to HelpCrunch right around the holidays because I ended up choosing like a Christmas theme for the chat or something like that.
Mm-hmm. But what made you switch from HubSpot to HelpCrunch?
Yeah. I don't want to, HubSpot's a big company, so maybe my experience was just not really that great, but man, their support was just really not there for me. Like it was extremely frustrating. And actually, it was probably a pretty big important factor. Their chat, we're a software company, so for software, as you guys probably know, chat's super important. Like, I don't know how many people you got calling you. Probably not as many people as you got coming through chat, right? They're like, hey, I'm interested in this, or I got some very important function, very small but important function, and something was happening to where their chat bot thingy was glitching, and it led to customers being duplicated, sometimes up to 80 times in HubSpot's, our like system, like our account in HubSpot. If a customer was coming through chat or was doing something inside of their account, because we also had internal chat, inside of certain user accounts, it would replicate and duplicate their contact over and over. And each time they signed in into their account, it was crazy. And support never even acknowledged it as a problem, never even wanted to help. They always, their support, I reached out multiple times. I mean, over the course of like months, because it was such a slow process for me to get to, but they never acknowledged it as a real issue. They always said that they didn't know what was happening and that we should follow instructions for, you know, installing it or whatever on our platform, which we did, and it was exactly per their documents. And they, you know, multiple times left me without a response. And I mean, that's pretty much it. It was just not, it just didn't work. Like, it didn't work at all. And it was very frustrating. The support process was very frustrating.
How did you learn about HelpCrunch?
I'm pretty sure I, you know, went through Google and I, you know, was looking for other chat software out there, you know, whatever I might have Googled at that point, came across HelpCrunch, came across probably one or two more. I remember I tested something else. I don't remember what it was at this point. And I literally wanted to make sure like customer service, like that was really important to me. It's not like I got a bunch of questions, but just whenever I do have a question or an issue, just to be heard or just to have someone be there. Like they don't have an internal chat like you do when I'm logged into my account. You know, I see the chat there, like they didn't have that. So that's very positive for me.
Why did you choose HelpCrunch? Like maybe you can name a few features that got your attention immediately.
Yeah, I was also looking for a knowledge center or whatever you want to call it. You know,
Knowledge base.
Yeah, knowledge base that someone else provides instead of building out our own. So HubSpot obviously does that, but I think at that point I was so frustrated with them that I didn't even want to look at it. And I believe even when I did look at it, maybe before I got too frustrated, it was a little confusing. It was too much for me to figure out. And so when I found HelpCrunch, I saw that your UI UX, your user layout, user interface was and is really like clean. It's just very simplistic, but there's still a lot of things going on there inside of HelpCrunch itself. So it's not simplistic in the sense that there's no features, but it's very easy to kind of navigate. The knowledge base, setting that up was pretty straightforward. I mean, I spent some time, but it was not like HubSpot's kind of confusion. Like this was pretty straightforward. You know, I just realized also we had our own internal knowledge base that we built, but I didn't like it. And so we had articles and videos and all that we had already made. And someone from your team, I was like, hey, I got all this stuff. Can you import it? You know, I don't know. Can you help me import it somehow without rewriting it? And they were like, yeah, sure. Just give us access or whatever. Tell us where it is. And you guys imported all that stuff within like 2 days or something. That was pretty cool. So I was super appreciated because it was a lot of work. It was articles, pictures, videos, whatever. That was probably like my number one kind of turning point. Just as soon as that was done, the amount of help you guys provided by doing that to me, for me was a lot. And just the ease of setting it up in general, making it like my own or our own, the way I like it or the way I wanted it to be, was super cool. I guess the customizability of it.
Really glad to hear that. And can you tell me what's your primary use case with HelpCrunch?
I mean, two, I guess. One is just the customer-facing chat. Like that's super important. We also offer it. We also offer 24/7 support for our Power Plus users, which are just people on the last plan. And I mean, the chat is all around. I don't want to say more important than a knowledge base, but as equally as important as the knowledge base. The knowledge base itself, I like the way it's set up, like just with the little graphics, the ease on the eye kind of thing, where you know you have 3 different topics up at the top, and then everything else is below. You can kind of organize. It's very straightforward. And I came across another knowledge center today from, I think it's called Talk To. Just because someone pointed out their chat and knowledge base to me, and I was looking through it, and I was looking at theirs, and I just, you know, I saw it. It looks pretty good, but I just like HelpCrunch's a lot better. So it's literally just the knowledge base and the customer facing chat. Also, I didn't even know this existed, but I like how you can create different messages for different parts of the page, for different parts of the website to pop up. Like that was pretty cool. I think that's what it is. So, for example, I wanted to offer, um, uh, like a discount or something. I think it's still up for people that visit the pricing page, only one time though, and that's been awesome. So like that discount message appears. It's not just your regular, how can I help you text that appears on every other page, but when they're scrolling through pricing after a certain amount of time, a message appears with a little, here's how to get a quick discount kind of code to, drive users to sign up. So that was pretty cool. I didn't even know that was a feature when I was first using this.
And what was the first reaction of your customers to the HelpCrunch live chat, knowledge base?
The knowledge base has been probably the most responsive in terms of like reactions, just because the chat, I think it's just so expected at this point. When someone's looking to buy something, they're not calling. This is, it's SaaS, so they have a question, they don't say hi, they just like ask the question and they leave once they get an answer. So I think it was just expected to have a chat that functions really well, and the knowledge base I think has been supremely helpful. Just from trying to build out our own, we had a lot of issues with the look of the articles, making a wall of text not seem like a wall of text, but breaking it up, bullet points, embedding videos. That has caused like an indirect decrease in emails to me and to my support, just because, it's a lot easier for someone to just go through the knowledge base, query whatever topic they want if they can't find it, or just go ahead and click into it and get the answers that they want instead of, bugging us via chat or emailing in, asking questions. So I'd say just overall super positive for the knowledge base. It's been very helpful. I think internally for us, there's been a lot of change. Like it's a lot easier to manage the chat. It's a lot easier to, provide messages that we can send out like in the form of a discount if someone visits this page. That's really valuable to me. A lot easier to organize our knowledge base and update it, and change the look of it. That's been easier for us internally, I think. And then externally, it's been easier for customers to find the information they need. We haven't run into any roadblocks. The issues with what do you call it? HubSpot just don't exist here. I mean, we integrated your chat just like your documentation said. We haven't had any issues. No one's getting duplicated. There's no issues at all. Like just working like it's supposed to.
And to sum up everything, can you share like the overall feedback?
Overall feedback is HelpCrunch has been amazing, great. The support from HelpCrunch has been great. Just internally from your team and everyone that works there has been amazing ever since the beginning. The ease of use, the look, I love the look of it. I love how easy it is on the eyes. Makes it a lot easier to figure out where everything is. The knowledge base itself has been supremely helpful, like just outstanding in terms of like how it's organized, what you can do with it, how easy it is to create articles, upload videos and embed videos. That's been incredibly helpful, and how easy it is to just write an article out. The format of it, I mean, that's been quite helpful, honestly. The chat itself has been super easy to use, super responsive, no issues. It's never done what HubSpot was doing before. Not even close. Not even close. So overall, just extremely happy with it. And everything else you guys have been coming out. I've been seeing a couple of emails here and there with new things that you guys have been rolling out. I haven't had a chance to explore, but like that's super important for me as well. Because there's always new functions that you're rolling out that I can probably find useful. So I like to see that. That's been awesome too. So overall, would totally recommend it.